Hey, good morning, guys. It is just after 7 o'clock in the morning, and we are enjoying a beautiful sunrise with that mountain view. And it is just gorgeous, as you can see the sun coming up just over the mountain behind me. And we had a pretty good night here last night at Ash Gap. I actually slept pretty good. Uh, as my buddy Brian said to me when I asked him how he slept, he said he catnapped a lot last night. Didn't really get into a groove of sleep. And then I kind of did the same thing for about half the night. Um, I don't know if a bear came through or something, but I heard our other three buddies, uh, Rob, Adam, and and James talking about thinking they heard a bear. So there may have been a bear coming through our campsite last night, prowling around. But anyway, they definitely sounded a little nervous, sounded like we heard some movement. I was glad I was able to fall back asleep. And funny enough, after that was when I slept the best. So I guess I was okay with it. So I guess the Gil Marmot tent made me feel safe and comfortable, and I was good to go. So praise the Lord. I just slept right through after that. So feeling good this morning. It's just after 7, which is about the time I like to wake up on trail. I like getting up around 7. It usually gives me a good hour or so to kind of get things up, get things rolling, get the body moving, and make some breakfast and everything. It just kind of works for me. And usually that means I can be out on trail by 9, which is my goal for today. We're hoping to make it to Clydesmith Shelter, or the tent site just past there, by about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Again, not doing big miles or anything, just doing some good starter and back into the season sort of training practice, and getting these guys out here to see what it's like to be on trail, since it's all their first time. But we're having a great time out here, and look forward to seeing you on trail later. All right, good morning, guys. It is April 17th, and we have snow here at Ash Gap up on the Appalachian Trail, and it is kind of nice. It was kind of a weird sleet snow, started a few minutes ago. I think we all got a little nervous thinking we were about to get real wet. Let's hope it doesn't. Let's pray it doesn't. I'm asking the Lord that we just have some good weather for today. I wouldn't mind a little of this light snow. I don't know if you can see it in the background, but we do have some light snow falling here. So we are packed up and ready to go. I'm going to go on down trail, but I've got to tell you, if it does get wet, if it does get heavy, you will not see a lot of video of the trail today, but I'll try to catch up if we hit a shelter, or if we hit a spot where we can stop and things like that, and jump on back on video. Otherwise, keeping the phone dry and just checking in from time to time with some updates. But we'll see you on down trail. I don't know how well you can see it through there, but the views through these trees is amazing. I'm gonna keep on filming just a little down trail here, see if you can see it and appreciate it. Right through there, look at that. My buddy Rob just pointed out this tree that was growing out of a tree. I'm going to show it to you, and it just reminds me of the scriptures that talks about being grafted into the family of God, and some of the scriptures on vine, and the grafting in. So I don't know, I just thought it was really cool, and thought I'd show you all. Just a beautiful day out here so far on trail. Like I said, we started off the day with some snow.
Well, it was actually kind of some weird, like, balls of like sleet stuff, but it wasn't even hard. It wasn't like icy. It was little white balls, but they weren't sleet or hail either. It was really weird. And then it turned into snow for a few minutes, and then it all just went away. The sun's been peeking out from time to time, which is super nice. And just meeting some through hikers along the way, which is awesome, and just very cool to see. Just trying to encourage them to just keep on rocking all the way to Katahdin, right? And just keep it going. So just kind of living vicariously through them and encouraging them, and hearing from them as their stories is always fun. But this is just a quick view of the trail as we go, and really have no idea where we're at. All I know is we're doing 7 miles to Clyde Smith Shelter is our plan today. We'll see what happens. You know, on the trail, just like the first day, we made some adjustments and added some extra miles and climbed an extra mountain for fun. You never know what you're going to do once you're out here. Sometimes you change it up a little bit, but that's our plan. Ash Gap to Clyde Smith Shelter is a 7-mile hike, so should be a nice day. We hope to be there by about 2 p.m. We started a little after 9, so we might make it closer to 2:30. But so far, so good. And a couple things. I'm going to actually flip this camera around in a second and show you a little trick that I'm doing on this trail today. You'll notice right here, I've got these 2 little straps. I picked them up at REI. They're just little Velcro straps, a little hook and loop type thing. They were $2.50, and I was looking for a way to carry a water bottle on the front. For those who don't follow Quicksand on the Trail, I watch him a lot on his YouTube channel. Fun guy to watch on his through hike this year. And then following him, anyways, he has a really cool sleeve on his strap, like to his here on his backpack, and I was like, man, I want something like that. That would be great. I really wanted something I could carry a smart water bottle in, but I couldn't find something that I could get in time for the hike or that I liked well enough. One thing I did buy was a Mount Smith one, which I could see being good for a Nalgene bottle, but was way too big for a smart water bottle or this kind of bottle. So I decided to go ahead and just try to makeshift something, and so I just hooked these through the little straps on the front of my backpack, you know, shoulder straps, and then I wrap them around, and the top one wraps around the little collar area of the bicycling water bottle. So I used to bicycle race, so this is one of my old cycling water bottles, and that holds it in place. And then this one just kind of keeps it from shaking around or bouncing around left to right. And so I can just undo this one right here a little bit, pull the bottle out, drink, and slide it back in. Relatively easy, but at least I don't have to, every time I want to get a drink, I don't have to worry about taking my whole backpack off, right, just to get a drink. And as you can see, with concerns of possible rain today, I've got the rain cover on, so that covers those pockets, which would make it even more difficult. So this has been great. I dropped a couple Noon tablets. I had the, I think it's the berry flavor with the vitamins, and been really good. Kind of reminds me of Emergency with a little more flavor, but works well to hydrate, give you some vitamins, and just sipping on that on the first little section. Our first water source comes at about 2 to 2.5 miles into our hike today. So we were lucky enough to get some good water before yesterday, and at the trail, at the water source, which was, as I told you, tough. We did find a way to get water pretty well and everything, but anyway, it was good. You see we got a little blow down here. These trees blow down all over the trail, probably from the storms from a few weeks ago. I know 2 weeks ago I hiked through a storm, and you saw that, or you heard about that from my last video. Oh, climbing over that thing, man. That's a big log, or big tree. So yeah, there was that storm. 2 days before we did that hike, there was a good day or two of storming that came through this area too. So I'm sure that's what blew down a lot of these trees. Always remember to be aware of those kind of situations when you're setting up your tent, so you don't have any widowmakers that could blow down and land on your tent. Also watch, because a lot of these trees, you'll notice they're starting to rot at the bottom. So I've seen some really bad rotted trees. Look at this over here. That big one landed down over there. And a lot of times what happens, they start to rot at some area. A little good wind, man, they'll just blow right over. So anyway, good call. Just gonna touch this white blaze real quick, get a little white blaze energy, as I like to call it, and keep on hiking southbound. So we just pulled away from Hughes Gap, as you saw the plaque for the Hughes family, and we are hiking up about, I think it's 600 feet in elevation. over this mountain. I forget the name, if it has a name. It probably does. And we are gonna just, for me, I'm gonna take it nice and slow. I like to pace myself up these climbs. Just had a Cliff Bar that I need a little mid-morning boost. Oop, dropping one of my trekking poles here. And like I said, just take it nice and easy up the mountain. But we actually did 3.5 miles in just a little over 2 hours. So we are making amazing time this morning and are talking about going past Clyde Smith Shelter to the next tent site and just making tomorrow a real nice, easy, slow day. So anyway, so far so good. We'll keep trekking nice and slow for me uphill because these elevation gains really get me in the climbs, but the flats and downhills I can just crank. So we'll continue to check in from time to time. I'm gonna stop talking so I can catch my breath. Hey guys, so I'm at 370 mile marker 373.4 on the Appalachian Trail, and I have stumbled across what appears to be a tent site that is not necessarily on gut hooks. Looks like you got room for 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6 tents here. A little rooty, as you can see, in a couple spots. They do. It looks like somebody has enough people here to stay and make a little fire pit as well. So, you know, looks like it's pretty fresh. You got some fresh looking fire there, coal, or just the old wood, and some fresh wood there. Somebody's pulled up to use. It wasn't didn't get used. It'd be good for starting up for the next guys. But it is at a little bit of an angle. You probably can't quite tell. I'll turn this around, and so not a lot of flat ground here. So at the bottom, probably back towards that big tree, there is a little bit pretty flat space. That one's not too bad. You definitely want to probably have to sleep with your head facing up the hill. There's a spot over there between those trees. Yeah, those trees look pretty safe. There's a small one that looks like it could fall, but probably the other way. But yeah, not too bad. But anyway, just thought I'd show you guys around. I'll show that mile marker 373.4 in a screenshot shortly from my gut hook app. Check out those views. We are at the top from whatever this is. It's Hughes Gap is at the bottom. We climbed up. We're headed southbound. It's that mountain that goes up from Hughes Gap. We just climbed up, and beautiful views. Nice little rock to stand on here and kind of celebrate the climb. Now I'm ready to start going downhill some. Boy, my heart was racing. Stomach's bothering me a little bit. I had to stop there for a bit and just take a break and pull out the trowel and do what you got to do here on the trail. So feeling a little better, but still grumbling a little bit. Ready to get these last couple of miles into our tent site, possibly going 1 more mile if we start feeling good. I know the guys are doing great. They're way ahead of me, but they're doing well, and I'm feeling better knowing that I'm headed downhill more than up. So I will see you guys on down trail. Hey guys, Wings back here, and just doing a quick review of the Clyde Smith Shelter. I got sort of lucky, kind of made a deal that I would watch packs if the other guys would take my water bottle and bladder down the Blue Blaze Trail to get water. So yeah, props of being, I guess, the oldest, fattest guy on the trail, except for in combination. So give you guys a quick just view of this shelter. You can see you got a good spot here to sit, little bench to eat. Actually, a couple of loft spaces. Oh, looks like there's a journal for those who stop in. I'm not going to read any of the inscriptions today, but definitely could probably sleep 4, maybe 5 here fairly comfortably. And the reminder, don't feed the bears. So, turn back. Last I heard, there was some good tent sites back here. We originally were going to tent up here for the night, but we've decided, now that my stomach's feeling a little better, that we will go on down southbound on the trail for about another mile to that tent site. That'll make tomorrow a little bit easier. We do have one more good climb on this trek, so a little shorter day with that climb tomorrow should make tomorrow a nice easier run. And you can see those tent sites right there. It's kind of in the center of those trees. Yeah, looks like 3 or 4 good ones, maybe a 5th one, and then you could probably camp right behind the shelter, but there's some good routes right there. Looks like another walking trail. You can kind of follow it, and back through there is another section of tenting where it looks like another 2 or 3 tents might could fit in, depending on their size. And I see a big log that probably is really good for just sitting and enjoying a little break. And I think there's a fire pit there as well. So tell you what, I'll do a quick walk around, just down and around, so you guys can see what it looks like. So yeah, this is the tent side to the right when you go back behind the trail. You can see a lot of roots, though. I gotta tell you, I would be very happy to have my sleeping pad and hope it didn't pop. Then down there, you can see a couple more tent sites. Those look like they might be a little better around that stump. And then you can circle on around here. And the good thing about most of these is they look relatively flat, and you might could get some of these leaves, put them over those roots, and make it a little bit better. But anyway, there's another one. Some good seating. So, and you're near the shelter if it starts to rain like it's doing right now. So I'm gonna go cover my pack back up with the rain cover, wait for these guys, and get ready to head down trail over to this tent site if all goes well. We'll see you soon. Hey guys, we made it to our tent site. So we did a nice 8 miles today. The guys did a little bit more because they went down about 1/10 of a mile and back by Clyde Smith Shelter to get water for us, like I showed you before. And that's just a cool tree I thought behind me, so I want to show you all that. Anyway, but you can see when we got set up quick, the guys we're all getting better and better every day. So we got a nice fire pit there set up, some good logs to sit on. So looking forward to tonight. I think it's gonna be good, and it feels a little warmer here than it did at Clyde Smith Shelter already. So hoping that also means a warmer night to enjoy. Just trying to check out where I can hang my bear bag. So looking for a good 90-degree angle branch to hang it on, but we'll see if we can find one. Just gonna relax a little bit, maybe lay in the tent and just take a little nap even, who knows, and then get ready for dinner in a little while. But we'll check back before we close up for the night. I'm sure you guys all just missed that on my first throw. A lot easier when you only have one man's feet.
Yeah.
And when you have 5. But, yep, we can hold it right here. Okay. As high as you feel like you can go. Yep, he's going to put that piece of wood to it. Put that wood to it so that it holds when he lets go. As high as you guys can go. If you can go a little higher, go higher.
Okay. Keep pulling.
To me?
Oh, no, I'm saying, the knot is going to go like
that. Yeah, as high as you can get that knot.
Oh, okay.
So we want the knot up high as we can go.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Now here's what we...
That's too funny. That's so funny.
So it's not supposed to be freezing tonight, but just in case, I'm going to go ahead and throw my Sawyer Sawyer filter down in my foot box in the Ziploc. Yeah, I'm going to probably have a couple hot hands stuffed in between my 2 layers of socks, because it looks like another chilly night. That means good night to you guys. It's early, 7:30, but I'm starting to kind of get toasty. Maybe do a little reading, hit the hay. We had some great hikers tonight, Not So Bad, and Compass, and who else did we meet? Noodles. Anyway, wishing those guys good luck all the way to Katahdin, hoping they have the best hike ever, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on trail.
Yeah.